Oh yeah, yes. My biggest emotion is pride of how they played for 2 games. 2 games, a better team. Of course, congratulations Sunderland, they go through. They scored in the last kick of the game or head of the game. But football-wise, incredibly proud how we played. To come here in this sort of atmosphere as well tonight when we're a goal down, take the sting out of the game in terms of what we did to the crowd, what we did for a lot of the first half after the first 5 minutes, but then in the second half we gained a lot of control. We got what we deserved. We got back in the game. I think the feeling everywhere then is that we may be the team to go on and win it. Football is cruel at times. It's critical moments, and Sunderland got that.
You did create some really good chances. Had you had the good chances at the end of the time, you got the team that looked the most likely to go on.
Yeah, and it's not easy creating chances against a team that go into a really disciplined low block where you push them back into that and they work hard because they shuffle a lot and work really, really hard. You have to give them credit for that, but we did create some chances. More than that for me as a coach is the way we played. It's the way we played and the way we were in their half for the whole of the second half. They got out a few times and we dealt with stuff, but the way we played and we kept probing and going to the sides and crosses into the box and trying to play against a team that's defending really well. That was their strategy for 2 games. And you can say credit to that, but I'm proud of the way our team played.
What were the emotions in the dressing room?
Disappointment, it's clear, isn't it? It's a cruel way to lose a football match when there's so much at stake. But they shouldn't be too disappointed in the football sense. They will be. I won't take that away from them. We all feel that a bit. But the way they played from where we've come from in this last 5 months, it's one thing getting here and getting into the playoffs from where we were. It's another thing to play these 2 games in the way that we played them. You can win and lose a football match. Those are the rules, Sunderland are no mugs at this level. Clearly, they've been up there all season. But when I see a team play like that as a coach, what you want to work on the training ground. You want to have an idea of what a team might look like and how it feels. That felt like a team I want to coach there today.
Well, that is the big picture, isn't it? How far you've come since you came in, and how far these players have developed, and looking ahead now to how you can build on that for next season.
Yeah, well, we work hard. So we work hard with the player, and the players have been really good at working hard themselves and taking on stuff and being very together and finding different ways to win when we've had injuries and changing shape. And then at the back end of the season, we've started to get players fit, and then we lose them again. They've just kept going. So that's a good sign. We want to get better. We want to get stronger. We want to compete again next year. So those conversations can happen once the dust settles. We want the squad to be stronger. Do we need to have more cover in areas, more competition in areas? I think so, yes, but those conversations we can have.
You brought Efron back into the starting lineup. Was that a tight call in terms of his injury?
Well, yeah, for match fitness it was. If I'm honest, I didn't think he would make this game. I didn't think he could make the bench for the first game, but because of the injury, so his match fitness is really short, which makes his performance even more incredible.
And he did, have the desired effect. It took his goal really well.
Yeah, and he does that, and you do need your talented, good players on the pitch, and we've missed Efron far too much, but he's worked hard to get in, and I wanted to play him because I know what he can give, the balance he gives our team. We've had to be slightly out of balance in the last few games. Hadji's on the left. I like him in the 9 as well, but I'm trying to find different ways. And then today I thought, when you look at the team, the balance of it and the way they played, because it meant we could attack both sides of the pitch, and we did. We attacked it a lot.
The fans have been so integral, haven't they, to this sort of short journey that you've been on so far. There've been some incredible atmospheres and games at the CBS and away from home as well. What was your message to the fans tonight, looking ahead now?
Well, I'm very thankful for what they've done, because I've come into the club and they've been of great support, not just to myself but to the team. The atmospheres that we have at home, well documented, and they're incredible. We felt that in recent games been amazing, and then the way they travel. It's hard here because they stick them up top, but at the same time our fans always travel in amazing numbers. So I hope that they're proud of the team too. They'll be disappointed. It's not a nice drive home for any of us tonight, but I hope that they saw. It's kind of what I would want to see in my team in terms of passion and bravery on the ball, and come here and play like this, come away and it really, can be imposed in stadium. So I hope they're proud of that. I want us to get better. So let's hope we can. We take a break now, and we go again.
Frank, you've experienced a lot as a player and a manager. Have you ever experienced anything quite as cruel as that?
Well, maybe not in terms of specifics of it being the last kick, last action of the game, the last head of the game, whatever. And then the feeling, like sometimes if you're hanging on in there through a game where you come away and you dig in and you get away with some stuff, but it wasn't the feeling I had in the game. So, yeah, in terms of the actual circumstance of the game, it's right up there. But if you do this job for a long time as a player and as a manager, you've got to be ready for the good and the bad. Sometimes football does that to you. So, you know, I feel a little bit reflective on it already because I'm proud of the team. If we come here and we succumbed and we sat back and we got away with stuff, then I probably would walk away and have a lot more to think about. I just have disappointment for everyone involved at our end because my personal opinion of the two games was that we should win the game. But football's not like that. So,
What did you say to the players? What did you say to the players?
you know, that I'm proud of how they've done because they're disappointed. They've been a pleasure to work with. I'm happy to go in every day and work with them because they want to get better. They've got a real determination to succeed at the club, individually and collectively. So I can't ask for more than that. I can't dictate what happens at the end of the game there, or the fact that over this 120 minutes or whatever, it's not gone our way because players can't give much more. Some days we come away with that. We might win the game 2 or 3. We might score and the game's done. It wasn't to be.
It's a long way from potentially the relegation battle that you thought you might have been in.
Yeah, and that's with reflection. That's what everyone can look at, and because this is not just me. I've come in, we work hard, myself and my staff, but everyone's welcomed us. The players have been really attentive to that stuff. That they've made big strides. A few individuals in there have made really big strides. As a collective, we've made big strides because I saw the way we played, and it's the way I want us to play. Even off the ball, the way we were so compact and ready. And in the end, Sunderland had to kind of go direct a little bit or rely on counter-attacks. There was no time for them to play through midfield and get their eights behind our line, or they couldn't do the things that I've seen them do a lot this season. So they had to change their style against us. Okay, and they get the result. Well done. But from our point of view, I think we should be proud as a club where we got to.
2 years ago, Frank's Coventry were on the wrong side of very fine margins in the Championship playoff final. Last year, they were on the wrong side of ridiculously fine margins in the FA Cup semi. Luck hasn't really gone your way tonight. Do the football gods owe you one now?
We'll see. You have to work for things. And the football gods are strange things. you can't guess what they're going to do now and again. But you're right. As a football club, I think it's been, and I've watched some of those moments. I remember watching the playoff final, and I watched certainly the semi-final last year. And I felt for the club from outside, and now I work for the club. So I particularly feel, obviously, now for the club, but it is the harsh world of football, I guess.
You mentioned there that you felt you should have won the game because of the domination control you had. How big a factor was Dan Ballard's performances in allowing Sunderland to win? Not just because of the head, obviously.
No, it was fantastic. It was fantastic in the first game, how he defended the box, and it was fantastic again tonight. Their defender is a really imposing player. He's their man of the match over the 2 games for sure. I would say my focus is absolutely on him, but you can sense that he was the one that was really a real presence at the back end of the pitch. So well done to him. He played really well.